Which angle is this one? 90 degrees. Let's call this one theta. What do you know about the sum of interior angles of a triangle? They add up to 180 degrees. If this angle is 90 degrees, it means this angle plus this angle should be 90, because 90 plus 90 will give us 180. So therefore, what do you think this angle will be? 90 degrees minus theta. It did not come just out of the blue to say sine and cos are co-functions. No, it all started from this right angle triangle. Let's start with this angle. Let me say, there is a challenge nowadays with the poor boys and girls. They don't know the difference between opposite and adjacent. They don't have a challenge of the hypotenuse side because it's the side opposite to 90 degrees. The only challenge is this one. So allow me to label this one X, Y, and R. Now, using SOHCAHTOA, allow me to use sine theta, cos theta, and then again say sine 90 degrees minus theta and cos 90 degrees minus theta. Actually, I want to convince you, why are we saying when you see this, think of this. Then, Aryan, 1, 2, 3, go. Let's start with the red one. When I say sine 90 degrees minus theta, what is the product? What is the answer? X, which is opposite over R. Y, SOHCAHTOA. In the camps we say sinoko satana. They know the game. So raring sine k opposite over hypotenuse, cos adjacent over hypotenuse, tan opposite over adjacent. I don't need to waste time here because you learned this from grade 10. Now we say sine is opposite over hypotenuse. Banake, this is the adjacent side, this is the hypotenuse side, this is the opposite side. This angle to be here is formed by this line and this line. Adjacent means next to. So this one is the adjacent, this one will be the opposite. So we said, yes, opposite of this, opposite of 90 minus theta. The adjacent side of 90, adjacent means next to. Opposite, you know the opposite. So this angle is formed by only R and Y, whereas the opposite side will be X. That is the confusion of most learners. They confuse adjacent and opposite. So 90 degrees minus, we said it's X over R. Do we agree? Opposite over hypotenuse. Now come here. Let's go to cos. Cos 90 degrees minus theta will be Y over R. Y adjacent over hypotenuse. Are we fine up to so far? Now I'm going back to angle theta. I'm done with angle 90 minus theta. Now I'm referring to this angle. I'm looking for sine theta. This obviously will be the adjacent next to. Angle, this angle is formed by the line of R and line of X, meaning Y is the opposite. Therefore, I'll say sine theta is equals to Y over opposite over hypotenuse. And then cos theta will be adjacent over hypotenuse. What do you notice? Cos theta is equals to X over R. Sine 90 degrees minus theta is equals to X over R. Do you notice what they are both equals to? Do you understand what I'm saying? Now, coming here. Cos 90 degrees minus theta is the same as Y over R. And sine theta is also Y over R. That's why we tell learners sine and cos are co-functions. So we call them co-ratios or co-functions. I don't need to explain anymore.